YouTube, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Hello, happy whatever day you may be watching this. The whole spiel, you're used to it by this point. Episode 5, that's where we're at. This is another 30-minute sniping session. Gonna show you guys specifically what we're working on. 93s are still my bread and butter right now that I'm utilizing. 4 sets. I know my most recent video came out telling you to invest in 93s. A lot of people did. That video got very good traction and reviews. Some people, they weren't hoping that 93s went to what they were perceived going to be at. Myself included, may have shot them a little over on what I thought main page would go to. They peaked at about 105, 107K at one point. With that being said, I do always mention multiple outlets to when I'm investing or sniping on cards. So we've taken our 93s and utilized them in a bunch of different 96 overall newer promo sets. That's what I recommend you guys do. I've been answering a lot of questions about that. We'll show some of those sets here in this video. It's a 30-minute sniping session. Again, 93s, if you still have some and you weren't, a fan of what the main page lazy price selling was, I said we're definitely going to use them as set fodder for the new 96s of the, corresponding promos, Roster Revolution, the Combine, AKA Icons, not golden tickets, Ultimate Legends. Those are like the 4 new prominent promos where you can utilize 93s to build 96s. They're some of the best 96s in the game. So that's what I would recommend using your 93s for if you still have them. I'm going to show you some of those sets in this video. Without further ado, though, let's get in and see what we got going on. Again, mainly just going to be focused on specific that overall of a 93. Going to be going promo by promo here to utilize kind of what I can find. Give me a second to try to remember where I was looking for. Football is Family, I know, has some 93s. I'm really trying to find them as cheap as possible. I don't want to kind of set in stone, what I'm looking for. But if I see any of them in the 70s, I love that. Again, we'll kind of go over what sets specifically you can utilize your 93s, both that I snipe in this video and that you may still have. Ultimate Legends here, no, they've skyrocketed in price. They're still such a super, super good investment. Roster Revolutions, let's see what we got here. 166 for a 93. Nothing really grand going on there. Let's see if they're real quick. Let's check 90s for these roster revs. See if there's anything really good here. Let me flick this to buy now. 29's not terrible, I suppose. Yeah, we can go ahead and scoop this. We'll utilize this for a set. Oh, nice. I believe that Jack Conklin sold that I had in my binder. Nice. Round of applause. That's a quick, almost 800K profit. 800K almost back in coins. A decent amount of profit. Again, we'll get to that when we get to that. So, with that being said, let me flick this back to 92 to 93s, utilizing some different sets across the 71 mil mark. Oh, yeah, by the way, shout out, we're over 70 mil. For those of you that are following us on our journey, we're trying to get to 75 mil, so that's pretty cool. Nothing going on there with NFL Combine. Don't know why I checked those. Let me go ahead and see what else we got here. Reduxes may have some decent snipes. Trying to find some 93s for cheap. 78K is not terrible. Let me go ahead and flick this to buy now and see if there's any cheaper options. Is that the cheapest 93? There's a 77 there. There's a 70. Yeah, 77 is not terrible for this Quiddy pay. We'll go ahead and grab that. There was also a Rod Woodson there that I think I'm going to grab for 77. 293s, thinking about what is that, almost 150K into just the 93s there. So we'll go ahead and grab both of these Reduxes for 77, utilize those for sets that I need, and be on our merry way with trying to find some more of these. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying, like I said, the content here. These half-an-hour sniping sessions take a lot of time to do, both for me to schedule out and to think about what I want to snipe. Anything here that I like? No, not really. Come back here to Football's Family, see if we can find anything cheap here. 68K, love that for a 93. Great buy. Use it as set fodder. Awesome. The cheaper the better. Again, I don't really have a set price that you should be looking for 93s, but you'll see what I'm using them for in the various sets that I alluded to at the beginning of the video. Definitely, I would recommend for you guys that are always, I don't want to say complaining, because I don't think anyone complains on me, or at least utilizes, complaining in a negative connotation. I think people just sometimes need to be a little more creative with when something isn't going your way in terms of the auction house and the main page selling. Always make sure you're checking what specific overall you have and how it can be used in sets to generate your coin back or then obviously make you profit. That's going to kind of be the big lesson of this video I want to take to you guys and kind of show that, yeah, sometimes, you know, the auction house doesn't, you know, zig or zag the way we may want, but we have to make sure we take advantage of the opportunities we have at building sets with the lower tiered pieces to build higher tiered cards, and then we can utilize those higher tiered cards on the auction house because they're in high demand. People obviously care about, you know, competing in this game, and people obviously care about having the best team possible, theme team, stuff like that. You know, meta builds, chems, all that stuff, and that's where guys like you, me, and all the coin makers out there need to make sure that when something doesn't go our way, we have a backup plan, which is what I always try to allude to and elaborate on when it comes to us investing or putting coins up on something that may or may not be worth our time. So let's see what we got going on here. Let me flick this down again to 90 to 91s. 39, 35. No, nothing really going on there. Give me 1 second. I have to take a drink of my water. I apologize. Sorry about that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Not Blitz. All Madden, no. Football's Family. Again, that's a really good promo to try to find cheap 93s for. I'm trying to think what else. You know, I'm actually going to backtrack for a second and come flick this onto division by division, old reliable. But I don't think we'll see the newest card, so we'll have to go all offense, all defense, which kind of sucks. But we'll utilize it accordingly. Given that, you know, we want to try to find the best 93 snipes possible in the game at this moment. So 46, don't see anything there. Let's see. That's a 92. Ooh, 76. Okay, I do have to remember that you still have snow currency cards, like ghost cards, for somewhere in the 70s. I'd love to ideally in this 30 minute, I almost said 30 minute sniping session, I'd love to ideally snipe maybe 10 93s. Non-promo specific 93s to utilize. This is another great buy. I'll take this for 75. That's about 150k in two snipes. If I can get two 93s for somewhere around 150k or less to use as set fodder for any of the most recent promo 96s to build, I'm pretty happy. So that's kind of my goal. If I can combine between the two 93s that I buy in succession, them to equal around 150k. So just a ballpark for you guys, maybe taking notes at home or trying to see what's going on. That's kind of where my thought process is. So real quick, we'll kind of go through all offense, all defense, and see 73k. Love this. This is great. I don't even know how many I bought so far. Think maybe that's number 5 already. 5 in about an 8-minute span. And again, I'm going to show you guys what we're doing with these 93s. You guys might be like, why is he buying these main pages? You know, X, Y, and Z, not profitable. You'll see. Again, as I always mention, you have multi-purpose layer coin making. Sometimes you snipe with intent to flip and lazy sell. Sometimes you use to build higher pieces and then sell at an upcharged price. You guys will learn that with the economics of the Madden Ultimate Team market. The more you get acclimated to, you know, my channel or anyone else's channel that actually covers this stuff and kind of, you know, analyzes the actual workings of the auction house. 78. That's not a bad buy, but I feel like we can get a little cheaper. So I'm gonna be a little picky on the sniping market because we've had a decent luck so far here. Nothing going on there. Hopefully, again, you guys are super stoked about, you know, at least where we're at in the Madden verse, I should say. I know, you know, EA and the game itself has its, you know, peaks and valleys and lulls, but hopefully you guys at least enjoy the content we've been putting out. I've been trying to be, you know, pretty consistent with mixing up my approach to different filters, how to make coins, how to record these videos. So again, I would always appreciate if any of you guys have recommendations on what you want to see on the channel. Feel free to utilize the comment section. Feel free to message me on Discord, tweet at me on Twitter, or any other, you know, variant way you can get a hold of me. It means a lot, and I try to put on good content and good you know, videos for you guys so that you can be better informed about what to do in the auction house and how to make coins without having to spend money, etc. So thank you guys so much for your support. We're still on the road to 1K subs, so feel free to spread the word out if any of you guys, know people that are looking for a community to get involved with before we hit the official 1K milestone. You can always say you were one of the first 1,000, one of the first brave 1,000 that found and utilized our channel. So happy to 154. I actually am going to go ahead and buy this. And you'll see why here in a second. Again, not in a second. We'll utilize, like I said, the last 10, 15 minutes of the video to kind of go through a bunch of different sets you guys can take advantage of. Let me flick this back off for a minute and go to 92 to 93s. Want to specifically check out a couple different promos again. We just bought one of these roster revs, so let's see kind of if there's anything else around it. 186. No, there's just no cards on these. On this specific promo. They're just the scarcity of cards is diabolical with roster revs. So let's see what else we got here. I want to take a look at Reduxes. I definitely want to take a look at Reduxes. Where are they? I also want to take a look at AKA Icons. 54, 80. No. Let's take a look at AKA Icons. What else do we got here? Zero Chill. No, there was Ghost. Where's Ghost? Ghost of Mutt. Was that 93s? See if there's any cheap ones up there. It looks like they only have 93s, so that's kind of a good filter for this. Keep that in mind. Football's Family again. Any cheap ones there? 40K. No, those are all going to be 92s. What about Genki? I don't think I sniped too many Genkis for less than like 75K. Every now and again, you'll get one to pop up, but nothing too crazy. Go back to roster rev, 218. No, definitely not paying anywhere near 200K for those. Super Bowl, do they have 93s? I think they're just 92s, aren't they? Yeah, they're just 92s. Not going to utilize that as a promo. Reduxes again, take a look at those. 54, no, definitely 92s. Go down here to Team of the Weeks. Where's Team of the Weeks at? Right there. See if we can find anything cheap in the mid-70s or low 70s. No. And last but not least, where is Legends? Let's see if we can get anything cheap for a Legend. Sometimes you find some Legends, again, mid to low 70s. Don't see anything there. Gonna move on to the next one. What else do we got here? Campus Hero 2s. Do they have 93s? No. Again, there's so many different promos. It's kind of hard to distinguish which ones specifically have 93s that you can kind of filter and sort through easily. So just play with the filter a little bit. And you will be able to find your snipes eventually. But this is kind of all I've been doing is just set prepping and taking advantage of people completely overpaying for specific 97 cards for each of the last 4 promos. And actually, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let me back out real fast, clear my notifications because I hate having all these here. So I apologize for those of you that are going to have to see this. But when you get an abundance of these kind of racking up and accruing in your notifications, it can just get annoying and tedious. So apologize for that. That's just me being super picky about my noties. What was I going to show? Oh, yeah. Let's go to the catalog. I don't know why I went this way. I could have hit left bumper and been to the catalog in one click, but we like to make things more difficult here. Anyway, specifically, let's sort by 96 to 97. So, guys, again, when you snipe a specific overall card, in this case 93s, both in this video and my previous video, 93s are required to build 96s. That's been the consensus across the board over the last 3, 4, 5 promos, the last 3, 4, 5 weeks. They're going to be needed to build 96s. You're going to need 3 specific promo 93s to build your 96 for the corresponding promo, and 2 ennies, or sometimes it can be 2 and 3, or sometimes it can be just 5 specific promo lower pieced or lower tiered cards to then build a higher tiered specific promo card. So what we need to do is analyze and look at specifically what 96s right now are going for a lot. Which ones can you build in sets and which ones are going for a lot. Make notation of it and then go see what it requires to build those cards. Obviously, DK Metcalf does not apply. You can't build this set. This is a Mutt Gauntlet or Mutt Online. Some form of you have to be great at the game, and I am not, so disregard them. All these, obviously, are your new 96 Combine cards. Patrick Peterson is the only one you cannot build. Let me rephrase that. Or excuse me, repeat that. Patrick Peterson is the only one you cannot build, hence why his price is worth more. All these other ones you can build. So you can see the best Combine card right now, I believe you can build. This one, ooh, he's a champion. You may not be able to build this one as well. Hold on. Let me go check if Patrick Peterson. No, you can. You can build that that card. You just can't build Patrick Peterson. What is this gentleman's name? Amari Barno? I'm probably butchering that, but you can build this individual in the set. He is totally feasible and applicable. It's going for about 510 to 525K. Keep it in mind. See what it requires to build him. We'll take a look here in a minute. Here's your 96 honors cards. Some of these you can build, but I'll be honest with you, I've kind of skipped over this promo because they're not really profitable or feasible. 96 roster evolutions. There's some really good feasible ones in here. Jack Conklin, super high. Brandon Cooks is really high. Only problem with these cards is they're almost non-existent because the promo itself just has no content. There's no packs being opened. These cards aren't being pulled. There's barely any of these cards in the auction house. So you may want to take a look at specific roster evolution 96s, but I will say proceed with caution in that obviously the volume just isn't there, which is good if you want to sell, not good if you want to build. So keep an eye on Brandon Cooks and Jack Conklin. Highly would advise you guys maybe to take a look at roster evolutions from time to time. That one may be a slow and methodical build, and what I mean by that is, buying 93s when you see ones up for cheap. You need 5 93s to build 196. That may take you kind of a step-by-step process instead of just in succession. Boom, boom, boom. You can get, 2 in 2 minutes or 5 in 15 minutes. That might be more like you get 5 in 1 hour type deal. And again, that's no one's fault other than just packs aren't being opened and there's just not a lot of volume and quantity in the auction house, specifically for this roster evolution promo. If you're able to be patient and build Conklin and Cooks, do it. I was able to build a Conklin. I've actually been able to build a couple Conklins and a couple Cooks over the last probably 24 to 36 hours. It's just more of a slow, methodical process that I would highly advise you guys keep an eye on, give your attention to this promo, but it's not necessarily quick coins because there's not that influx of cards being posted for roster revolution. So we'll move on to the next one. Ultimate Legends, you can see here, there's some decent ones. Hinton still is 96. Hinton's 96. Hinton is a 96 overall. Hinton is a 600K card, so keep that in mind. You still have Ken Houston and Mawai from a couple of videos ago, which that video actually didn't do the greatest in terms of viewership on my channel, but I was preaching to build both these offensive linemen and Ken Houston. Feel free to check out my most recent, or not my most recent, but one of my most recent videos, how to make coins during the Ultimate Legend promo. Still super feasible and profitable. So that's a way you can sink 93s in, depending on which ones you've sniped. You can also take advantage of the new AK icons. You have a couple different options here. You have Meatloaf. You have... No, actually, he's going to be the only one that's super significantly more. He's about 500K. Everyone else is about 350 to 375, maybe at max. So again, utilize him. Utilize the 3 I mentioned in the Ultimate Legends, Conklin and Brandon Cooks for roster evolution. Take a look at Barno for the Combine promo. And I believe we still have one more promo down here. Do we not? Genki Force. I actually haven't touched Genki Force too much. I'll be very honest with you guys. We could take a look at what it requires for set purpose, but I don't know if you can get Tyrann Mathieu or Dion Dawkins. I don't think you can, because this was the promo that was wonky, where they had like different variants of like, isn't this one like a superstar? Or like there was something EA did that was very slimy and scummy that a lot of people covered about how they released cards that weren't LTDs, but they treated them like LTDs. So I've been avoiding Genki Force. I'll be honest. We'll just skip Genki Force, and I haven't touched NFL Honors. Those are the 2 promos for building 96s I have no interest in. Combine, yes. Roster Evolution, yes. Ultimate Legends, yes. AK Icons, yes. Those are the 4 promos I promoted in the Discord. Those are the 4 promos I am telling you can get rid of your 93s in, because these cards have demand, they have value, they're wanted, they're utilized, and I'm telling you there is coin to be made there. The proof is in the pudding. Let me show you here. Go over to our sets. We're going to kind of see what's going on here. As you can see, let's start off, I guess, with roster evolutions, because they're here at the top for 96, 97. You can see here for Brandon Cooks, it requires 3 93 roster evolutions and 2 normal 93s. Again, for me, if I try to do a set like this, I try to get each one of these for 75K or less. About there, I know a lot of you guys bought for 80K and above. A 5K difference each way is not going to make a difference when it comes to building 96s. Yes, you won't make that extra 5 to 10K if you spent 80 and 80 instead of 75 and 75. but I'm telling you, coins are still there to be made. Excuse me. Man, talking is difficult when you go really fast. So make sure you take a look at these. Again, 293s to build a Brandon Cooks on top of needing the 93 overall. Let's just, for example, throw this card in here. You can kind of see here, what I mean by scarcity of these specific 93s. There's only 6 of them on the block. You're definitely not going to want to pay this amount for a 93 Roster Revolution card. But keep an eye on it. You may find one from time to time for a snipe. 3 of them plus a 93 nets you a 800K card in Brandon Cooks or, I almost said Joe Thomas, Jack Conklin. Let me go ahead and remove that real quick because I don't want that in there. Anyway, moving on from Roster Revolutions. That's one promo program set down. Go over here. Kevin Mawai, you saw he's going for 650K. Now, these ones specifically require 93 over Ultimate Legends, which, again, you're not going to be able to snipe right now because, well, this is a bad example because I clicked in the first slot. But keep in mind for these Ultimate Legends sets, you're going to need that first card in the set to actually be the piece of the Grandmaster you're building. So in this case, Mawai needs his 93 Mawai piece. However, if you were sniping cards 2-3 days ago, like we preached for 93s, all of these were going for well under 90, 85, 80K that you should maybe still have in your binder. So take a look, see if you can utilize these. Again, Mawai is a 650K card. The left tackle for the Colts, I forget his name, Hinton, I believe. Was it Hinton? He's a 610, 625K card. Ken Houston's mid-500s to touch his 600 still. Utilize those 93s if you have Ultimate Legends. All you need to do is if you don't have the 93 Legend, you need to build the specific set. You may have to sit around for a little bit and try to find a snipe on those. So keep that in mind. Down here, same thing. Where is Meatloaf? What it requires to build a Meatloaf, which is crazy to say that we're talking about that in Madden Ultimate Team. 93 overalls. Again, you need that 2 spot here. Any 2 93s as well as 3 93 AK icon cards. Again, you should have had no problem finding these for well under 80, 75K if you were sniping these a few days ago. I've still been able to grab some of these for in the mid to low 70s today. Just be patient if you want to snipe and build these. Meatloaf, again, goes for around 500K. Quick math here. I mean, if you're able to get these just right now for 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, that's 400K. Sell for 500K. Post-tax, you're making 50K a pop. But again, be patient. Prices fluctuate. They go up and down. You want to be a little stingy with your coins. I don't know what your specific stacks are. Keep that in mind. That's another option if you have AKA Icon 93s, as well as your normal 93s. And lastly, what was the other one I was talking about? Ultimate Legends, AKA Icons, Roster Revolutions, and why am I thinking there was one other set that I was talking about? I can go back to the catalog. I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a complete blank on what... Oh, the Combine cards. That's what we were talking about. Combine, the newest promo. Hello. Let's go ahead and go to... Where is... Let me clear this up. You're kind of seeing what goes through my thought process when I'm recording something so in abundance. 96 overall. NFL Combine, Champion Fantasy Pack. Again, requires 2 93s, any's. That's why we were sniping the 93s we were at the start of the video. And it takes 3 93 overall Combine cards, going for about 150K if you look through in the set. I'm sure you could find these for well into the 120s, 130s, maybe even cheaper than that. I really haven't specifically sat in the set and started sniping. I've just been going either division by division, all offense, all defense, or going program by program. So try to get these, under 120, 125, whatever you can find them for. Times that by 3, and then add on top of it your 2 93s that you were able to get for hopefully less than 75K. Be patient. Don't do anything crazy, but this is something you can definitely take a look at if cards are going for, 500K from the Combine promo, as you saw 1 or 2 were. Prices fluctuate. They may go up. They may go down. I'm just giving you options as to where you can put your 93s in. So again, 4 different programs, 6 or 8 or 10 different cards, different variants. Kind of pick and choose who you maybe want to cherry pick and go for. Bunch of different ways to make coins with those 93s, both that we snipe right now here in this live auction house sniping filter session, whatever the heck you want to call it. Throw a bunch of other adjectives on it, and whatever else you may have prepped for in my previous video from investing. So hopefully you guys can kind of see where I've been making my coins. Again, I have not been selling my 93s back lazy main page selling. I have been putting them into sets. If you want me to be very transparent with you, I've been putting them into the previous sets you just saw, building Roster Revolution 96s, building Combine 96s, building AK Icon 96s, and building Ultimate Legend 96s. Roster Revolutions and Ultimate Legends have multiple 96s that are super profitable. 2 roster evolution 96s, Conklin and Brandon Cooks. 3 96 Ultimate Legends, the 2 offensive linemen, and Ken Houston. And then you kind of have one of each from your Combine promo, who's going for that $500K that you just saw. And then the 96 overall Meatloaf for the AK Icon, which is going for $500K. Sometimes touches a little bit more than that. So, bunch of different offers, bunch of different options, bunch of different variants. Sometimes, again, I talk way too fast for my own liking. I apologize. Moving on, though. Let's keep going and see what we got here. Any more 93s I can kind of grab and see what's up with. 78's not... Oh, that's a 92. Never mind. We don't even want to acknowledge that. Ultimate Legends, no. Combine, let's take a look, see if we can find any for cheap. No, I don't see any in the 120s. What else do I want to look at? Let's take a look at Reduxes. Reduxes are super good to find. I always feel like I get cheap. I mean, that's a great buy for a 92. Definitely not going to pass up a 35K 92. Throw that to the binder and we'll sell that post-video. Actually, I'll throw it up now. See what we can get for it. You see 11 minutes ago, one sold for 56.9. So guess what? We'll throw ours up for 56.4. Bada bing, bada boom. You just made, I don't even know what I bought it for again. 15K maybe on that card? Sure, we'll say that. Any other 93s? 97? No. Go here, check Team of the Week, see what else we can find. Again, hopefully you guys like these, more like unedited and 79. No, anything else down here? Unedited and kind of like, unchopped, uncut, real live time reactions as to my analysis of the market, what goes through my thought process, and everything in between. So a lot of people seem to enjoy this series. I try to do one when I can. Again, it takes a lot out of me just because it's a lot of fast-paced talking and explaining. It's not like a Twitch stream where I can kind of take my time. I want to get everything, chopped up and in a 30 to 40 minute span. So again, feel free if you guys have made it this far in the video, maybe leave a like and a comment. That would mean the world out to me. It would help get the word out. I can't talk. It would help get the word out to a bunch of different people. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, hopefully you guys are still rock with us, still supporting the stream and the YouTube videos, the Discord, everything in between. And we will continue to try to pump out some of the better content in the coin-making stratosphere of Madden. Nope, no other 90s. Wanted to see if maybe you can build some of the mid-tier pieces to then build the high-tier pieces. Obviously, you can kind of trade upward. 49K. Why does that seem super cheap for a 92? I feel like that's super, super cheap. I don't know if that is or not. I mean, that's been up for 19 minutes at 73. No, I'm going to let it pass. If that's a snipe and someone bought that when you're watching this video, GG's. Hopefully it sold for more than what I just passed on it for. Here's a Quiddy Pay for 64K. We will pay that for pay. Awesome. Love to utilize that. That's even better. Again, if you buy 2 cards in the 60s, you're potentially building only 130K worth of 93s you could use in a set. It's even more profit, more bang for your buck. I mean, the list goes on and on. 55, no. For some reason, I thought that may have been a 93. Let's see what we got here. Team of the Week. Anything going to pop up here? Nope. 75. Nothing going on there. Football's Family. Again, Football's Family. Don't sleep on it for the 93s. I'm telling you, you will see some wide variant 93s popping up. Where is zero? No, not zero. Chill. Ghost of Mud. There it is. See if we got any cheap. 67K. Love that. This card's up for 5 minutes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm telling you guys, you might think I'm crazy. You might be like, dude, why are you buying 93s after you just bought a bunch? Well, guess what? All my 93s are gone and have been utilized. 75. I'll even grab this Paul Krause for 75. That's like the maximum I want to pay for a 93 right now. Live it. Love it. Got it. And yeah, guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me. I've been getting hit up so much so recently. Please don't think I'm ignoring you. I have only so much time in the day, but I really have been trying to utilize my time and responses in the comment section, Discord, Twitter, even Xbox messages I get sometimes. So please feel free to reach out. Tell me, or ask me or tell me what you want. And we will continue to keep on keeping on. So, yeah, this was a super productive session. I'm going to still try to close it out here with maybe a few more snipes and see what we got. It's a bunch of 92s that we don't want. What else did I want to take a look at? Let's go back to roster rev for a second. Nope, don't see anything there. Let's go back to, I don't know, let's go to Legends, see if we find anything. Nope, 115. No, let's go to Ghost of Mutt, see if we can get blessed up with maybe another 60K Ghost of Mutt card for cheap, 88. No, it still looks like the cheapest 77, which is not bad. We're going to use those as bait. I'm not going to pull the trigger on that, but we will use those as bait. All Madden's definitely not going to have 93s, is it? It's just going to be 92s, I believe. No, there are 93s. They're just limited, so never mind. Yeah, all Madden I did not think was profitable or feasible in any way. 86, 47. Could you imagine getting a 93 for 40-something K? That'd be unbelievably awesome. We'll check NFL Combine, see if we got any cheap ones here. Nope, 190. What else we got? Reduxes, 54. Don't see anything else going on there. Come down here to Team of the Weeks. 79, 79. Don't see anything there. Normal AKAs, I don't believe, fall under that program. No, they don't. That's kind of why they went from AKA to AK Icon, which makes sense. Unstoppable. I actually don't even know if... oh, that's that promo. Okay. Definitely not going to find anything in there. Let's see here. 81K for a Tyler Nubbin. We do not want that. Genki Force. Anything going on here? Anything you're going to bless us up with? Nope. 87, 88. Again, those are consistent because... I just feel like Genki Force is probably the least likely to find 93 snipes. For some reason, I've just found the fewest amount of them. AK Icons, 79, 78. But again, they're 92 overall, so we don't really care about those. Roster Revs. No, we'll go check 90 overalls again to see if there's anything feasible to maybe build up, to then build up again. 50, 35, 31. No. Definitely extremely overpriced. But you guys can kind of see the thought process. Again, hopefully... everything I explained in this video makes sense. This was kind of like I guess a hybrid 30-minute sniping session. Yes, we sniped, but I also wanted to show you for, a 5 to 10 to 12-minute period what we were doing with the snipes and the sets. Hopefully that, told a lot. And again, guys, that's all you have to do. If you're ever worried about when you put stuff in, investment-wise, and it doesn't turn out to how you want, you always have to make sure you have other outlets and options to utilize your coins, which is what we try to offer here. Coming to the catalog here, this catalog is a huge W that was implemented into the game. And the reason being is for one thing and one thing only. It shows you the median auction price at the bottom of each card. So you can vaguely get an understanding as to what the cards go for. Vaguely. It at least keeps you on your toes about, okay, I see that specifically, the best Combine 96 to build in the game right now is Amari Barno, right? And then you can come here, go into the actual auction house, and kind of analyze where he's at. 495, 521 gauge. He's about a 500K card. And from there, you can then go into the sets filter, left bumpering over twice, or if you're on PlayStation, the corresponding button for you, and kind of seeing what it requires to build this card. So definitely take advantage of just taking 5, 10, 15 minutes to think about, okay, I don't like what the main page, or I don't like what the auction house is specifically going for, lazy selling. Let me see how I can trade these upward, whether it be 3 cards, 5 cards, however many of them you have in your binder, to then make you your coins. I would never recommend anything that isn't feasible to make coins in one way or the other. I always give multiple outlets and options for you guys to utilize any advice you take or seek from me. I say that in all my videos. I said it in my last video. I say it in all my, mantra I spew here on YouTube and Twitch. It's what I preach. You never want to pigeonhole yourself down to just one thing. We want different outlets and options, how to pivot accordingly to make our coins. So check these sets out. Again, 4 super good promos to utilize. I'll say them once more. I apologize if you're tired of me hearing this, or if you're tired of hearing this and me saying this. AKA Icons, Ultimate Legends, Roster Revolution, NFL Combine. They're actually all here kind of in sync. Makes a little whatever this shape is, right? The one here and then the 3 down below. Utilize these 3 for building 96s with your 93s. Again, some require specific promo 93s, other require just generic 93s, and some require a combination of the 2. So take advantage of it. Check the players out I recommended in this video at the time you're watching this on whatever console you're watching this, Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. That's all I have for you guys. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Get this video out to the public. Sniping session number 5 is done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for believing in me. And thank you for being a part of this channel. And I'll see you in the next one, boys. Peace.